This is Tank's Vlog for December 17, 2017, wrapping up today in sports. It was another NFL Sunday, and it was a Sunday that the NFL has got to be concerned about. You know, this league has got big problems. Big, major problems. When the referees basically decide the outcome of games. And when you notice referees more than you should notice them, you got major problems. And with the problem in the two biggest games of the week, the two games, you got that big Sunday night game, Oakland and Dallas, that a lot of people are watching, and you got the 4:30 Steelers-Patriots game, which is going to decide who's going to host the AFC Championship game. And basically, the New England Patriots have been just handed another Super Bowl. Now, this catch rule has gotten out of hand. It's like the tuck rule. This reminds me exactly of the tuck rule all those years ago. If something looks like a fumble, it's a fumble. If something looks like a catch, it's a catch. And to me, Jesse James was on his knee. He caught the ball, he controlled the ball, he's on his knee. After that, he made a second football move. And then he made the second football move, he crossed the goal line. And when you cross the goal line with the ball, it's a touchdown. It wasn't until the hand hit the ground that's a touchdown. If he's a running back and he makes that same move, it's a touchdown. But no, because he's a receiver, it's not. You see, the NFL, things like this, it shouldn't be a Rubik's Cube. It shouldn't be a math equation to figure out x plus 2 plus y squared minus 3 times 2 in the hypotenuse triangle is a touchdown. And then you got this ref that looks like Ernest P. Worrell pulling out an index card and sticking it between the ball and the chain marker for a first down to keep a Cowboys drive alive. If the ball is not past that marker, it's not a first down. He was able to put a piece of paper, he had to get like a folded up card to determine that was a touchdown. Or a first down, I should say, in this instance. If something is not a first down, it's not a first down. He didn't make it by the bubble the ball. He made it by an index card. There's no index cards attached to the football. And of course, Derek Carr. Derek Carr has to know there. The one thing he can't allow to happen is to fumble that close to the goal line. Now, he made the first down. Time was running out. Time was running down. He could get out of bounds, and the Raiders have a first down. He could slide and be tackled inbounds. He could get up and spike the ball. The Raiders have a first down. To dive for the pylon, when we've seen that play so many times this year, where if you lose that ball, it's a touchback. That was just pure folly. And this was not like what happened with the Bears against the Packers a couple weeks ago, or Austin Seferian Jenkins. He lost that ball before he even got to the pylon. The pylon didn't cause the fumble. He lost it trying to reach out. So that's all on Derek Carr. But these rules, they got to... It's football. It's not friggin' nuclear science and quantum physics. For crying out loud. And these referees, they love it. They love when they're in the spotlight. Because it's like these referees. They actually think that they're the star of the game. They think that they should have the music, they should have the fireworks, they have the spotlights. And here's the game referees. I got the power. The man with the muscles, the man with the biceps, it's Ed Huckley. I've always had this theory. If you know a referee's name, he sucks. Because if a referee is supposed to be anonymous, the good referees are anonymous. If you don't know that referee's name, who's refereeing this game, that means you're not noticing the ref. And that's when you have a good game. But if you see a referee every 5 seconds throwing a flag, having a conference, and I remember when Mike Carey was referee, he used to do like a robot thing. Oh, God. Oh, remember that? Who was that? I don't remember his name, but he was always, first down! Clowns. It's like baseball. You have baseball. You have those umpires that are clowns in baseball, too. C.B. Buckner, Joe West, Angel Hernandez, the worst umpire in the history of mankind. Elsewhere in the NFL today, after a Saturday special, which I couldn't see because my eye was hurting me, after the Lions doubled up the Bears and the Chiefs clobbered the Chargers, it was the Bills. They're in good shape. They're still in that playoff race. Beat the Dolphins today. Big letdown by the Dolphins. Jay Cutler stunk it up. And I do mean stunk it up. The Cleveland Browns, they dropped to 0-14. Last year they were 0-14, and they won on Christmas Eve. This year they have to go to Soldier Field. They finished the season on the road. They play in Chicago and Pittsburgh. They're not winning in Pittsburgh. So if they're going to win, they're going to need a Christmas Eve miracle again. Are they the Santa Claus of the NFL? Only delivering on Christmas Eve? Oh, jingle bells, the Browns lose again. They have a terrible team that you can count on. Hey, Cleveland Browns, losing every game. Can they win on Christmas Eve? We'll have to see next week. As for Ohio's other team, Marvin Lewis is said to be on his way out of Cincinnati, as the Vikings pummeled the Bengals 34-7. The Jets hung tough today in New Orleans, but it was not enough, as the Saints slipped away with a 31-19 win. The Giants also hung tough today. Eli Manning, a fantastic game, 434 yards, passing 3 touchdowns, but the Giants put the special in special teams. Blocked punt, blocked field goal, blocked extra point, and they lose 34-29 to the Eagles, as Nick Foles also was fantastic. Arizona Cardinals, they just can't, they get to the red zone and they die. 5 field goals, outgained, outmaneuvered, had the ball for 80-something plays, and they did not win, losing 20-15. This 5 times down the field, 5 times in Redskin territory, and they only got field goals. It was Aaron Rodgers looking a little rusty with 3 interceptions as the Panthers beat the Packers 31-24. The Jaguars, they beat the Texans 45-7 to lock up their first playoff berth in a decade. Out west, the Rams slammed Seattle 42-7. Todd Gurley all over the place, as the Rams are an inch closer to winning that division and clinching their first playoff berth in 13 years. We've already gone over the Patriots and Steelers. How do the Patriots always get all these technical wins? How? Meanwhile, it was Tom Brady's former backup winning his 3rd straight game. He's drove down the 49ers late after the Titans took the lead for the 49ers to get a 25-23 win at home. And, of course, the Cowboys winning 20-17 in the game we already mentioned. NHL tonight. Winnipeg blanked St. Louis 4-0. It was the Blackhawks 4-1 over the Wild. The Flames burnt down Vancouver 6-1. And it was the Golden Knights winning 5-2 over the Panthers. In the NBA, the Pacers bashed the Nets in Brooklyn. The Raptors chewed up the Kings. The Pistons shut down the Magic. And the Cavaliers won 106-99 in Washington. Today's 3 stars are Todd Gurley of the Rams, Nick Foles of the Eagles, and Blake Bortles of the Jaguars. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Charles Oakley, the man who is no longer welcome in the garden because he doesn't kiss James Dolan's ass. And we take a look back 85 years ago at the very first NFL playoff game, which was not a scheduled championship game. It was a tiebreaker playoff between the Chicago Bears and Portsmouth Spartans, and the game was actually played indoors, so it was a forerunner of arena football. So check out the full story of Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.